Did you know that even if a car crash wasn't your fault, you still may not be able to recover damages? It's called the Louisiana No Pay, No Play law. And as of August 1st, 2025, the stakes just got a lot higher. If you're driving without insurance, even for a day, you could lose out on up to $100,000 in compensation, even when the other driver caused the crash. Let's break down what that means and how to protect yourself. In Louisiana, there's a law called the No Pay, No Play law. Officially, it's LARS 32:866. But here's the bottom line. If you're driving without mandatory liability insurance, you may be barred from recovering the first portion of your damages after a car crash. Even if someone else hits you, you can't collect the first $100,000 of your own bodily injury and property damage. That's right, $100,000 straight out of your own pocket, simply because you were not insured at the time of the crash. This law is designed to encourage all drivers to carry at least the minimum required insurance. But as you can imagine, it also creates serious hardships for people who made a mistake or just let their policy lapse. Before August 1st, 2025, you were prevented from recovering the first $15,000 for bodily injury and $25,000 for property damage. But now, those limits have jumped to $100,000 each. That means if you're uninsured and you're hit by another driver, you're personally responsible for the first $100,000 of medical bills, car repairs, and more, even if the crash wasn't your fault. What if the other driver was completely at fault? Doesn't matter. If you're uninsured, no pay, no play still applies. You can't recover the first $100,000 of your own damages, even if the crash was 100% the other driver's fault. What if I just paid my insurance late? Now this is a big one. If your payment was late or your policy lapsed, even by just a few days, you're probably going to be considered uninsured at the time of the crash. And that means no pay, no play will apply. But here's the thing. Sometimes there may be coverage through another policy. Like if someone else in your household had valid insurance that could extend to you, maybe you were driving for work or for a company, anything that could give you coverage can help. That's something our office can help you investigate. Don't assume you're out of luck until we've taken a look at the details. Number 3, what if I was a passenger? Good news here, no pay, no play typically only applies to the driver of the vehicle. If you were a passenger in someone else's vehicle, even if they were uninsured, you may still have a valid claim for your injuries against an at-fault party. What if the other driver was drunk or driving recklessly? There are exceptions to the no pay, no play law. If the at-fault driver was convicted of a DWI or was committing certain other crimes, no pay, no play may not apply. But these exceptions are narrow and they depend on the facts and the legal outcomes that result. That's why it's so important to get legal help early. And here's something critical. If your injuries are catastrophic and your damages go well beyond $100,000, you absolutely need legal help. Insurance companies know the law. They have teams of lawyers and adjusters who have spent hours and hours of training, trying to minimize your claim, to delay your payments, or hide behind no pay, no play to avoid paying you anything more, even when you're entitled to compensation beyond that $100,000 barrier. Don't face that fight alone. Here's the takeaway. If you're driving without insurance in Louisiana, you're gambling with your health and your finances. One mistake, even if it wasn't yours, can cost you tens of thousands of dollars. And in some cases, it can keep you from getting the medical care or vehicle repairs you desperately need after a crash. But if you were uninsured at the time of a crash, or you were a passenger, you still have rights, and I want to help you understand what those rights are. At LJB Legal, we help people just like you navigate the confusing world of car crash claims, insurance issues, and personal injury law in Louisiana. We understand that missing an insurance payment doesn't make you a bad person, and it shouldn't ruin your life. If you've been in a car crash and you're unsure how this law affects your case, reach out. We'll walk through your situation, explain your options, and fight to get you the recovery you're entitled to. Even with no pay, no play, you may still have a path forward, but it's going to be a lot more difficult. Look, I know this stuff can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. Click below or call us today. Let's talk about your case and make sure your voice is heard. Remember, when you want to win, you got to give them the L.